Star Wars, yes, hardly a niche collection because millions of people collect Star Wars. So this will be just a video about my very small Star Wars collection. Between the years of 1997 and 2002, I was a massive diehard Star Wars fan. My love cooled with the release of Attack of the Clones and later Revenge of the Sith. In later years, I've come to appreciate all three prequels. But back then I only liked The Phantom Menace, so I stopped collecting crap in, let's say, 2002. I might have picked up a few things, a few items here and there, but it was no longer the focus of my collecting frenzy. So, I still have a big box, a very heavy box. A big box! This is everything I still have from those years. I haven't opened this box in, well, I think the last thing that was ever added was in 2005. I never collected anything from the sequels, the Force Awakens, etc. So I haven't opened this box in 21 years. So this will be a surprise, just as much for you as it will be for me. Star Wars Zazu. Yeah, nothing to do with the Lion King. This is a sort of Tamagotchi. It came out after the Tamagotchi craze. The original price in the Belgian toy store of Fun, original price was 800 Belgian francs, which is 20 euro, which was a lot of money in 1998, I think, 1997. I waited until it was discounted to 150, which is only a little under 4 euros. So yeah, great discount. Look at this. A DVD from 2004. Interviews with the Star Wars guests. Nalini Krishnan, Daniel Logan and Jeremy Bulloch. This was made by a friend of mine. Arne Keustermans. He had a website back in the day called bjedi.com, and he did some interviews on the Facts convention. Facts was, or still is, the biggest Belgian convention, and back in the day they had quite a few Star Wars guests. Here's I have no idea what this is. This is this styrofoam box. This used to house ice cream. The Australian ice cream store used to ship their ice cream in this sort of box. I have no idea what I use it for, so let's open it. Oh, this is funny. Asterix. Okay, so it's nothing Star Wars. It's Asterix Kinder Surprise or Surprise Kinder Eggs toys. No idea how this ended up in my Star Wars box, so I might have to remove this from the collection. A great book, Secrets of the Shadows of the Empire. Shadows of the Empire is probably one of my favorite Star Wars projects. I'm very sad that Lucasfilm nowadays all but disowns it or never talks about it. I really loved it. This was very expensive. This was 1,000 Belgian francs in the Overpoortstraat in Ghent. That's a comic book store, I think. Betty Boop in Ghent. So 25 euro in 1998 or 7. And then it was discounted in July of 2002. It was discounted by 40%. So you only had to pay 15 euro. And then I think I also found it on Facts for really like, I think 2.5. Super cheap. A lovely book. Recommend it if you like a deep dive into a very small fragment of Star Wars history, Shadows of the Empire. Here's the re-release of the novelization. This one's from 1997. I got this from my grandfather, my godfather, who passed away last year at the ripe old age of 99. So he got this for me when he was just 72. And this is the re-release of the novelization. So it was 440 Belgian francs in the Fnac store, which is, it's funny, it even includes, it already includes the euro price. 10.91, so almost €11 for yeah, the original novelization, but of course a re-release, a reprint. Some episode 1 stationery stuff. I never opened it. Some movie shots from Smith's or Lay's, the potato chips. I don't think I ever, did I ever? Perhaps I did get them all. We may never know. Het officiële handboek, yeah, Dutch book about Star Wars. This was quite expensive back in the day, but I waited for a discount in De Slichte, which is a Ramsch, a discount bookstore. It was just 200 Belgian francs or €5. Look at this. Here's my copy of Return of the Jedi. This is, I drew this. So this is the cover art that I drew in 1997. Back when I had too much time on my hands, I found the time to make my own artwork, which I still do with my mini discs nowadays. Let's see, did I make any mistakes? Of course, it has Luke Farm Boy. Luke is never dressed in his Farm Boy outfit in Return of the Jedi. It says digitally mastered. Experience the Force in THX. Yeah, this is just a TV a TV airing that I taped, so it won't be digitally mastered. And then even a short blurb, a short plot point recap. Any foolish mistakes? Let's see. I barely knew how to type at that point in time. Richard Marquand, well, it's all correct. That's really weird. I really expected at least 4 or 5 typos as a 13-year-old. Here's Darth Sidious hologram. This was one of my, perhaps I have to take it out of the protective. You'll see it better that way without the reflection. This was one of my favorite episode 1 figures. I really wanted it because I just love the holographic effect. And I remember this was quite an expensive figure back in the day, but then I think I just waited for another discount. I think I paid like 7 or 8. Lovely figure. When my parents went to New York in 1998, so at the height of my Star Wars craze, I had like a sort of a wish list of items that I wanted, all Star Wars. So they picked up Topps trading cards, also from Shadow of the Empire, painted by the very talented brothers Hildebrand. I think one of them passed away years ago, but the second brother just passed away last year, or even this year. I think it'll be last year. This is still sealed, but I unpacked most of them. It's 9 cards in a pack. Here's a sealed Young Jedi. Oh no, it's not sealed. It's opened. I remember I played with Young Jedi. I never played with it, but I collected the cards. And funnily enough, a few friends of mine, we've been planning to finally play Young Jedi for at least 20 years since we met each other in 2003. And this weekend, so the 2nd of May 2026, after 23 years of planning, we'll finally do a Young Jedi playing session. So it'll be a day long remembered. Star Wars vehicles, yes, back in the day, Star Wars was so big you could even get cards just based on the vehicles. This is the CCG game, Star Wars Jabba's Palace, empty. Young Jedi, New Hope, all empty packages of the card games that I never played. Here's the Merlin sticker book. There were some widescreen cards, very cool, from the special edition. Topps Wide Vision. There were also episode 1 trading cards. Series 2, yes, they had so much faith, and apparently they sold that there was a second series. I never opened these. This is funny. Series 2. Here's even Return of the Jedi, Wide Vision, also unopened. Why did I never open these? And a few a few opened Young Jedi. Here's this is disgusting. This is a lolly that's gone rancid, so it's, ugh. Why did I keep this? Oh my god. Disgusting. Yeah, so I might have to throw this one away. The lolly has gone completely ugh. Ugh. And also quite disgusting. Look at this. The rubber has been sort of moldy. This used to hang on my old bedroom window, but I might have to throw it away now that it's gone all moldy and dusty. A mug from the Belgian Star Wars fan club, TK421, and there's some micro machines inside. 2 of the pod racers and an X-wing. Another mug from Darth Maul. There's nothing inside. Here's a sort of a mini projector for the Lay's movie shots that I showed you earlier. The lollipop has damaged my... Look at this. The tape is now hanging to the comic book, and the comic book has been damaged. Check Luke's face. Damaged by the leaky lollipop. Damn. So, oh my lord. The 3 comic books are even... What happened here? My lord. How can comic books glue together or stick together like glue? Nope, this is completely wasted. This is my Empire Strikes Back copy from the television. I didn't bother to make my own artwork for that one. What does it say here? Oh, this is my this is my calendar or my agenda entry. The 22nd of June 2005, Revenge of the Dorks with Willem. The 8 p.m. showing in Metropolis in Antwerp. So I put this in my agenda. Yeah, I always saw the new Star Wars movies with my best friend Willem, who I forced to buy Star Wars crap. Here's an ad for a convention in 1998 in Aalst in Belgium. This was one of the very first conventions ever in Belgium, starring David Prowse, Jeremy Bulloch, Peter Mayhew, Kenny Baker, and Michael Sheard. Jeremy Bulloch did not attend, but the other 4 were there, and I got autographs. Back when I was 14 years old, so very excited to finally meet some Star Wars actors, and my poor dad had to pay for autographs. They were still cheap back in the day. I think it was 7.50 euro per autograph for the for Bulloch, Shirt, and Mayhew, and David Prowse won at 15, but 15 is still a great price for an autograph nowadays. Here's a big... Oh, well, speak of the devil. Here are set autographs. So, here's May the Force be with you, Darth Vader, David Prowse. Here's Kenny Baker to Julian, Bleep Bloop. Here's to Julian, best wishes, Michael Sheard or Sheard. And to Julian, Peter Mayhew. Very nice. Of course, these are not rare in any way. These actors did 17 billion conventions, and now they're all gone. Wow, that's sad. They've all passed away. There's not too many of the big players left. We have Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill. We have Anthony Daniels. From the first movie, from the main cast, I think that's it, right? Am I forgetting anyone? Biggs. No, yeah, Biggs is still alive, and Wedge. But from the main cast, I think we're down to just a few. What else is in this? So it's a big binder of Star Wars crap. Yeah, just newspaper clippings, etc., etc., etc. Here are a few of those Star Wars Special Edition. Insane success in the theater and now available on video. Available to rent starting 29th of October 1997. Here are those Hildebrand cards. Oh. And oh yeah, a few of those movie shots. Yeah, this binder was actually you could get this in the supermarket for the movie shots. What's this? What's this? Oh yeah, so I did open this box a little well, more recent than 2005. This is the episode 1 3D re-release hamburger, the Jedi burger you could get in Quick. Quite funny. In France you could get a black burnt Darth Vader or Dark Vader burger. But in Belgium we only had the Jedi burger and I think a Sith burger. Yeah, the magic box also for episode 1 re-release. Ooh, there was even an episode 1 re-release cereal promotion. I have no recollection of that. So you could get a spoon in the form of a lightsaber. There were some episode 1 ice cream in the store. They were actually very good. And here, this is everything from 1999. So Frosties with episode 1, Chocos with episode 1, Honey Pops with episode 1, Smacks with episode 1, Frosties, yeah, 3 packs to collect, and Frosties, yes. And you could get either a spoon in the form of one of the characters, or even sort of a bust. And if you open it, you got a small paper with some artwork and some information. Here's my Young Jedi, the full box of all my cards. So yeah, even the starter packs. I might keep this aside for this Saturday, the 2nd of May 2026. I'm gonna play it with my friends for the very first time. Exciting. Here's a box of the Rancid chewing gum you could get. This is also filled to the brim with crap. So yeah, Star Wars jelly shapes, a 3D card you got with the candy. There was also Star Wars candy. Some unused stickers that I got these with the lollipops, I think. Yeah, these lollipops. More lollipops. Lollipops. Oh, look at this. Here's oh yeah, I remember my teacher. He went to the midnight premiere. That was on the 6th of October 1999, and he gave me his tickets. I had to wait at least 2 more weeks because I wanted to go with Willem and a few more friends. Ah, here's my tickets. So I went on the 23rd of October 1999. These are my my Star Wars cinema tickets. It's cool that they also even advertised episode 1 when you were going to see episode 1. Yeah, just crap after crap after crap. Drawings I made of Darth Vader. Drawings I made of Jabba the Hutt. Drawings I made of Carbonite Han Solo. A few more of those 3D candy cards. Here's a very tiny Han Solo. I have no idea which promotion this was. Snack Ventures in Spain. Yeah, something you could get a Han Solo. A few more of those candy stickers. A lot of unused Star Wars stickers from the Panini. A C-3PO Pez. I hope there's no candy inside. No, luckily there isn't. My dad used to smoke. My dad was a smoker, so here is one of his cigar cases. I have no idea what's inside. A Star Wars pin. A few of those. Oh god, they're also glued together. A few of those 3D cards. What do I have to do? Is it like this? Oh, they don't work anymore. Do they? Do they still work? Can they go? Wow, I never noticed that. They work a little, but I seem to remember them working better in the past. Or perhaps that's just my childhood memory. Yeah, empty panini packages, empty lolly packages. This is quite cool. This is the official ad from the newspaper, advertising the special edition. This was from the Lay's packages, advertising the movie shots. My wife would say, throw it away. Why did I keep 30 empty panini packages? No idea why. Toy ad. Yeah, they were quite expensive. €10 in 1999 for a figure. Here's I saw episode 2 on the 22nd of June 2002. So this is the day my being a fan officially ended. Now I like episode 2, so it's funny how that goes. I rented Gremlins 2 apparently. Ooh, the very nice illustrated screenplay. Great book. Read it a lot of times between the release of the VHS and the theatrical release, so this was the only thing I had to relive the movie. This was 597 Belgian francs. How much in euro? That's something like almost 15. So yeah, as a 15-year-old, quite expensive. Let's open it on a random page. Let's see what's there. I can assure you they will never get me onto one of those dreadful starships. This is so wizard. I'm sure you'll do it this time, Annie. Do what? Finish the race, of course. You've never won a race? Well, not exactly. Not even finished? Anakin looks sheepish. But Kitz does right. I will this time. Qui-Gon says, of course you will. Great. The official English language Dark Horse comic. Oh, I read this at least 100 times. The 20th anniversary commemorative magazine. So good, so very good. I can to this day, I can remember some of the things that's inside. For example, Alec Guinness was still alive. This came out in '97. And it even said that contrary to reports, he has not retired. So apparently people thought he was retired, but he wasn't. This is an old Dutch language comic, Het Duel, the duel. An issue of Star Wars Galaxy Collector, which was a magazine entirely dedicated to collecting Star Wars, yes. Not just Galaxy, but collecting Galaxy. The Best of Star Wars, an official Lucasfilm publication. And Viva Cinema, which was a magazine, a free magazine that you got in the Belgian theaters. And another Viva Cinema. Belgian newspaper De Morgen, they spent some time hyping the new movie. What is this? What's this? Heir to the Empire, issue 3 of 6. So I need the other 5 to complete. I've never read it. I don't think I knew back in the day that comics were not always. They didn't always tell full stories. Obi-Wan Kenobi comic, Anakin Skywalker comic, Boba Fett Twin Engines of Destruction comic, Darth Maul comic, and Jabba the Hutt The Hunger of Princess Nampi comic. Belgian weekly Focus Knack also devoted time and attention to Star Wars. I even wrote to Focus Knack once in 2005 to lament the fact that they dissed Revenge of the Sith, which they were allowed to do. I dissed it too. But when they reviewed it, they forgot the stars, so they didn't give it like 0 stars or one. They just no stars. So I wrote, how am I supposed to know what you guys think of it if you're giving out or if you're handing out no stars at all? They even published my letter. Here's the Panini sticker album. I don't think I've ever completed it, so this could be a next quest after my Jurassic Park Panini. Merlin. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. And more Focus Star Wars. Oh! Apparently this cover came loose, so this is the complete magazine. Weekend Knack, I think this had a Star Wars special inside. And Het Grote Star Wars ABC, the big Star Wars ABC, also in Weekend Knack. And a very nice book, The Making of Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace. Limited first edition, I don't think it ever got a second edition. This was a bargain, this was just €5 on Boekenfestijn, which was, it used to be, I don't think it survived COVID. It used to be a yearly book convention or a book fair in Antwerp, and you could buy books at 90% discounts. It was quite amazing. Of course, very painful for authors. I think they even ended up selling my book for €3. A Vanity Fair from 2005, around the time Revenge of the Sith came out. And this is a book my parents bought for me in New York, Toys R Us. Star Wars Pilots and Spacecraft Glow in the Dark. I might read this to my son. This could be nice. I'll keep it aside and I'll show it to him. I'll read it to him tomorrow evening, perhaps tomorrow night. What else is in here? Lots and lots of just newspaper clippings, just too much to show you guys. The Empire magazine with breathing Darth Vader. Will it still work? Nope, I'm pretty sure the battery is dead. Yeah, it was quite cool. It worked. It really did. But yeah. Open now, breathing cover, turn to hear Vader. Nope. It's like a sort of birthday card, so I'll have to replace the batteries. La Guerre des Étoiles, the comic in French. Lots of things are just glued together. Don't know what happened. Years in storage. This is quite an old book from 1978. Het Star Wars boek voor de jeugd. The Star Wars book for young kids. This will be quite charming with outdated info. And a Star Wars Network magazine. This was a computer magazine back in the day. It's long gone, but it was quite awesome. And I remember they even gave this included the free CD-ROM with a demo of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Here's another magazine, Interactive, a multimedia monthly magazine. They sure like to use this image. Look at this old Apple ad. Is it the Power Mac G3? My dad had the G4, not the G3. This was a very good monthly magazine, thick. I was sad to see it go. Really good magazine, movies, games, music. I loved reading thick. My Episode 1 sticker album, not complete, not at all. The official, the UK had their own magazine. So this is the UK magazine. I have a few of those. They're all glued together from H. Oh my lord. I'm gonna damage them. Yeah, let's not do that. I need to do that with some heat from the kettle. These were actually quite expensive. I remember I got this one in Bruges. It was 2.99 Belgian francs, which is €7.50 in 1998. So 7.50, let's adjust it to inflation. That's at least €15 for a magazine. My dad was outraged. He said like, what? That much for a magazine? A Star Wars magazine? Yeah. Granted, if I had to pay, if my son wanted a magazine nowadays and I had to pay 15, I would say, what? Everything is glued together. This is really painful. This is the encyclopedia by Steven Sansweet, and it's pasted next to the Mos Eisley Cantina pop-up book. So I really need to, I'm not gonna damage the books, but I remember I got this encyclopedia as a 15-year-old. I loved it, but for me it was too big. There was too much information about the cartoons that I had never seen. I would have been content with just an encyclopedia focused on the 3 movies. And here's even the cardboard. This is, you could buy the trading cards. This is the display stand in the newspaper or in the magazine store. And that's my Star Wars box. So yeah, a lot of crap that I'm... Do I need this? No, I should sell it. Or I should keep it. Perhaps my son will like it one day. We'll see. Until we meet again, may the Force be with you.